Hello, my name is Ece, and today we are gonna talk about the deepness of human beings and how to reach that, and why it is so important to reach that, especially in the times that we are right now. To not forget what it means to be human being and not human doing. I think we mostly forget that every human being can reach to that deepness. It's not for a couple human beings more available and for others not. For everybody it's available. And also you can see it in every person. It's not something that you can somehow describe, mostly a feeling that you have. And if you are with another human being that has intentions to go into their deepness, they will see you and you will see them. To be honest, I feel like most of the human beings are not capable right now to reach that deepness and are not even trying to go in their deepness. They don't believe in their deepness. So you will pretty easy connect with those people that are able to go into that deepness. Also, it's not something that is only for human beings. Human beings have another way of expressing that, because we are conscious beings. At least we try to be conscious, some of us. We can reach that consciousness in a different way, that deepness. But you can feel that deepness in so many different places. For example, in the forest, in nature, in the mountains. Animals have that deepness in a way that they're not aware of it, but as a human being you can feel it. They are pure, and the same goes for babies. They have of that deepness, they're just pure beings mostly. When their parents and the social circumstances start to condition them in a way that is not easy anymore to reach that deepness. But before that, you'll feel it with babies and children. I talked about that in the beginning, that it is even more important to reach that deepness in the times that we're living right now. And it's also not that easy. It gets harder and harder to see the truth from the world that we're living in, that space, not the doing and the noise, but the space, the silence, the stillness. Because we live in a materialistic world. We live in a world that is money driven, that has mostly intentions of efficiency and getting more and being more and making more money, especially couple humans in the world that we're living. Because of that couple human beings, we are creating, all of us together, a world that is really materialistic. We forget about our indigenous ways of living, indigenous wisdom, and that's why it is so hard. Also, there's so much noise, there's so much information. You are able to reach information those days more than ever before, but if you are getting bombed by information all the time, our human brain is not designed to work with it in any way. So maybe you even have more clarity through that information, but it's still hard to take action, to make that wisdom, that information stick in yourself. So what happens is there's so much noise, but not space. There's no room to create, to be, to grow. Our world gets more and more controlling day by day. Our sense of freedom gets lost even more. We feel like, subconsciously I think, that we have to be that way. We shouldn't be in any different way, because whatever it is, created a social system for us that we don't have to survive anymore. What it's actually doing with us, we are somehow not able to be aware of it anymore. So we keep ourselves in that cage, and we don't really express ourselves, explode. We don't even create, or we are not even giving ourselves the space to be, because we are not enough, because we have to do more, we have to be more, we have to look a different way. Imagine yourself a world like the one that we are having, but everybody is aware of their strength, their deepness. Everybody is aware what their biological body and their soul can do and give. You cannot take a lot of those people. They're not gonna buy everything that you sell them. They're not gonna be in fear, almost never. They are strong, self-aware, and full of love, peace, wisdom. You cannot do a lot with those people. This is possible for everybody. And I know it's hard when 99% of the people, I don't know the exact numbers, but it feels like this sometimes, because so many people are not reaching their deepness. They're not believing in themselves. And you feel that isolation, you feel that separation when you just go outside, when you are just with humans, family, friends, whatever, school, work, and you feel it, and you feel that separation, and it makes you more and more get away from your being. But this is also a video to remind people who don't give up, and they are still like being in their deepness. Don't give up. It is worth it. There is no other way. You do a great impact in that world. It needs you. It needs you much more than ever before. And that doesn't mean that you go around and help and be for everybody, or especially right now, our strengths, we cannot give it away all the time. We have to upload ourselves and be aware of our strengths in silence sometimes too, and in separation. Sometimes it's also needed to be isolated, to be even more aware of who we are. But then come back to this world, because it needs you even more than ever before. Sometimes it's not easy to be aware of your deepness, to be aware of your strength. What to do in those times is try to create as much space as possible. Try to be as present as possible. Whatever you're doing, whoever you are with, give yourself that space inside, outside. Meditating can help. Just being in silence can help, without any distractions, by the way. Just walking around, being in nature, all of these things can help. And as much as you are in that space-time, as much things are going to be clear. Clarity arises more and more and more. Love and peace arises from nowhere, because you know what? It is actually our natural state of being. You'll have trust in yourself and in the world much more than you did before. It's gonna be a natural way of being, trusting. Just in general, don't forget that we are not designed to live in that world full of stimulation and noise and no space and no room. A world that is designed for doing and reaching and growth, but in a way that's just to make more money. We are not designed to be in a world like this, so it's okay if you feel like it's not right. It's even important, because then you are not 100% isolated from your true self. You are still connected to your true self. If you feel that something is wrong and it doesn't feel right, but still, it's still important to not be negative about our world, because our world is still beautiful. Humans are still beautiful. There is hope, there is a way, there is always a way, there is a natural balance. The last message that I want to give with that video is controlling, thinking about everything in a logical way, trying to know everything, not trusting, isolating and individualizing all the time, and thinking that everybody is different than you, nobody gets you, whatever. All of those things will make you feel miserable. It will make you feel like you're alone, but you are not. You are not alone, not at all actually. And even if it feels like this, you're on your right path, everything will be better. Sometimes it just takes time. There's your shadow, there's the world's shadow and pain, and this is also a natural way of growing. It needs it. Just be true to yourself, to your being, and everything will be better than you think. Thank you so much for listening. I hope with my whole heart that this made something inside you, and I see you the next time. Bye.